Hello, hello, hello. All right. Let me check my stream real quick. Okay. I can hear myself. That's all that matters. Okay, so yeah, just yet another stream of working on Clue, our latest, shiniest tool. That I hope will be very, very useful. I guess I should explain where I got this idea from. I'm sure you have this experience as well. Some of you, like Xcode, right? One doesn't. It's not available on Linux. Two, Xcode has the functionality where it has refactors, right? It can find symbols, find colors. It can perform some limited steps like generate some code and stuff. But when your project is big, has multiple modules, and you open it up with Xcode, you work on some targets, it doesn't always work for whatever reason, right? But the the good news is Apple releases the technology behind these refactor functionality, and there's no reason we can't rebuild it ourselves. And when we do, I think it's good to go in a little slightly different direction than Xcode. So what Xcode does is it presents you a pretty package, right? Oh, click here, click this menu, and now we do the refactor. But behind the scenes, it's performing a set of heuristics to do its best, right? But sometimes, like the conditions are not met. For example, the database for the symbols may not be ready by the time you want to refactor to be performed. Maybe you just made a change recently, and it's trying to recompile and build up the database along the way. Your project's too big, it never builds the database. And, so it's the heuristics, therefore, is very unreliable. The outcome is very unreliable. But it doesn't want to tell you why, because it's not, I guess, your job in their mind to figure out why their stuff is not working. But you end up in a place where things just kind of seemingly randomly failing. And the direction I took for this tool is we are technologists, right? So I should be able to explain when something will work and when something will not. And you, my user, if you invest your time, you should be able to also become an expert and diagnose for yourself when a refactor is available and when it's not available, why it is not available, right? So it's basically our feature essentially is for reproducibility, for expert mode, right? For technologists, right? And I think that, in my mind, makes way more sense. Like, yes, there's complexity. The complexity is inherent. There's a set of technologies behind the scenes that are working. So let's export the complexity, and those who are willing to learn about it will benefit from it. And that's how it should be. Yeah. Anyways, anyway, I just figured I gave that little spiel. Kind of like explained where, like, on a high level, where this is going, right? I'll in the future write out documentation about like the specifics, like the complexity, the steps that I was mentioning, and the things I came up with that kind of sort of replicate the Xcode experience. And my hope is, for simple use cases, the users don't really need it, but for expert users, they will be able to take the documentation and get a always reproducible, always predictable outcome with Clue, our new tool. Anyways, so today I just wanna put a few more bricks on top, and slowly we'll build up this thing, and soon we'll be able to open source it. Maybe by the end of the day, who knows? Depends on where we end up with. I think a release is not. I hope maybe a 0.1 release will be in sight soon. Anyways, all right, that's a lot of coding. It's talking. So let's write code. Where is it in my computer? It's here. Okay. Believe I'm up to date. All right. So yesterday we set up like the infrastructure for switching out the code format. Sorry, the output format. So if I make a debug build, then I can invoke something. I don't know. We don't need anything here. So this is the normal output, which is not the final form by any means. But you can also say output format specified to be CSV. Well, this is not implemented yet, but as you can see, the command line flag is hooked up to a function. A function just kind of spit out this fixed string for now. So today we're going to fill in those blanks. For those output formats. So we're essentially working in this folder. So how it works right now is we have this enum, right? And then we have these, here's the stubs, right? We have these functions that we need to write today. And they take in a object called finding, which is a object from our library part. And it has all the information about the inputs as well as the outputs. And then we also have a function that essentially takes the enum of the formats. And it essentially switches over the values and dispatch to one of these formatting functions. So that's the setup. Pretty simple. So where do we start? Well, I think to start, I like to work on the readable format, which is, I guess, I don't know. I don't know why. It's just picked by random. So the first order of business, if we want to add colors to the output, right? So let me just pick some random stuff. I want to add some random color to it for now. And then work on that little bit where we have to turn it on and off by a certain criteria, right? So let's I forgot the library that I like for terminal colors is what's his name? Matt something. Swift terminal color library. Yeah, colorize? No, not this one. The one I liked is problem with this library is this type of library is it's very easy to make. So there has to be a lot out there. I mean, this library looks fine, but I have a one in mind that I want to check out first, though. What's it called? Something like pencil, crayon, one of those paint. Yeah, like I said, this type of library is chalk. I think this guy. Let me open it. I think chalk is the one I liked. I've never seen any of these, but apparently they're coloring utility. I don't think this is what I want. Wait, what's this? Hold on. What? Can you? Where is the link to the actual thing? What? Hey, website, you have one job. All right. No, chalk is not the one I was thinking of then. Nope, not this one. Let's try this. Homebrew creator. What's his name? Matt. Yeah. Where is his Max? Where is his GitHub? I think it's the project I liked is maintained by him. Path, repositories. Oh, it's also called chalk. That's why I was confused. Oh. It was last updated 3 years ago. So should I still use this? Well, let's use this for now, and then yeah. So this is how you use it. You can use string interpolation. Yeah, you can just specify colors here. I like that style very much. It's very stylish. Yeah, yeah, let's try that. So add it here, right? Oh, did I contribute to this project at some point? No. Oh, okay, so we're supposed to use it from 0, 1. Does it have more than one releases? Wait, what? There's 0, 4, so let's use 0, 4. 0, 4 is released 2019. What is the last commit? The last commit is June. What is it's something about CI. So it's not maintained. Continuous resilience. Travis is dead. Switch to GitHub action. Demonstrate other options. No, this is already, wow, 2019. Imagine this, pre-COVID. Wait, this is after, well, yeah, this is when America sort of discovered COVID, right? Anyways, let's go back to the task at hand. So we're gonna add product name chalk package. Well, can I get away with just the name? No. Package, just chalk, I'm guessing. Oh yeah. We can't just use Swift build on Linux because of libdispatch. That's why I have these make files that they first find the Swift toolchain active ones, and then they add these flags that point to the libdispatch distributed along with toolchain. Cool. Everything seems to be in order. So let's give this a spin, right? I need to familiarize with my files. So we call these findings plus format. Output folder, okay. So finding, let's do the readable one. Let's import chalk here. And then, let me think. So these are occurrences. I have an extension called location string. Location string, right? So it's defined over here. Just called self.location, blah blah blah. Well, let's add some color to this, just as a test, by the way, not the real work yet. So here, let's give the line some color. I can do color red. Wait, let's copy RG. So what did I do here? They color this. Is this green? I have no idea. Yeah, and then the actual match is red. So let's use green, just as a test again. Now, can I make debug? No. Oh, right. These are, instead of self, we should say $0. Okay, so now run this. Beautiful. Now we have green. Okay, so the first job we need to do is turn these off when this output is piped into something, right? What's a good one here? Let's do cut. Delineate it by this. Take the second field. So when we pipe it into a tool like this, the output is no longer a terminal. Therefore, these should not be colored anymore, right? So that's the first thing I want to do. Yeah, because imagine if you redirect your output to a file, and then you open it up, right? This is not what you want. You don't want these control characters over here, right? Okay, so that's nice. And also, let's add the first thing, which is if colored. Actually, whatever. Let's use two different branches, or I can write two functions, but yeah, probably should do two functions. Output colored. Output mono. So this will go back to a location string. Okay. Return. Well, we can use a single expression here. Colored. Output colored. Output mono. Call them. And then, yeah, that's a one-line function. These guys should return strings. Okay. All right, so now if I run this with the explicit output, let me think. If I say output readable, wait. Oh yeah. So when I say output readable, it should disable the color. If I don't specify anything, it should include the color. That's the. Well, that's interesting. I thought this should already work. Where is this defined? Description 4, right? So this would be here. And when it's readable, we turn off the color. If it's colored, I'm already confused. Oh, I didn't rebuild it. That's why. Okay. Colored. Not colored. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so the next step is we need to detect something is a TTY. I believe I have a package for that, but I don't know if we want whether we should use the package. Is TTY. Oh, 2 years old. Is TTY. It's 2 years old, huh? I mean, it still works. Let's use it. Why not? So all this does is call is TTY, but yeah, let's use it. Why not? It is a dependency. It's a very simple dependency. And the best part about it is I wrote it, right? So what's the point if writing it if I don't use it? It's is TTY. And we have only one tag. It is TTY. Is TTY. I feel like this could be part of the Swift system package. Depends on how the folks feel about wrapping is TTY. My understanding is it should fall into the range, right? I mean, it is a, where is this defined? Well, that's part of the shell. So can I 3? Oops. Yeah, it's in POSIX. I think POSIX should count for system API. Anyway, so that means there's a chance that Swift systems are supported. So we don't use it here. We use it here, right? Import is TTY. And then instead of just blatantly say true, we say it is true when standard output. Yeah. And then now we make the build again. Did I miss a comma? I probably missed a comma. Okay, we built. Now it's automatic. We have color. We pipe this guy into a file. Open the file. It has no color. So that seems to be working. Let's try the other one. Let's pipe it. Well, redirect it. Pipe it, sorry. Pipe it into this. Yeah, no color. Perfect. Should we add another enum? Let's add another enum. Another enum to output format. Let's call it colored readable colored. Yeah, and then we will have to update a bunch of things, right? So if it's colored, we always do colored, no question. And then this is fine. So update this a little bit. Colored. Okay. So the purpose of this new option is you can do, for example, if I really want the color still, even if I pipe into something, this is a kind of a legit use case, right? Yeah, so if I really want to look at the color after I process it a little bit, I can use this flag. If I don't use it, right, or if I specify readable, for example, it doesn't have it. The color is stripped. Yep. Very good. Add ability, or implement, not add, implement ability to turn colors on and off. Okay. I can turn that one off. All right, so I guess let me update the stream a little. So now let's work on the readable output. Okay, so we now have to work on the actual output instead of these like simplistic placeholder ones, right? So the actual format I want instead of this is really mimicking the RG format, which I think is the one. Well, I'm personally familiar with. It's also very efficient, right? Instead of repeating the paths, you group them so that each location gets its own output, and also add highlights to the part of the string that you're matching. That would be nice. Yeah, so let's do that. And now we need to figure out, I mean, these two. Hey Max, are you all converted over to the native? I think so. I was going to rewrite my entire configuration in Lua, but I believe right now is only the a portion of it. Yeah, mainly just the LSP portion. Yeah, so I'm using the all the LSP stuff. from 5.0 or 0.5. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I think the NeoVim improvement alongside the Swift PMLSP, it works pretty well. I feel pretty productive under the using just Vim, writing Swift. Okay. Let's do this. So the first problem I run into is sharing code, but we'll see. So instead of just take the list of occurrences, I need to take the occurrences, group them by file, right? Group them by file. And then I need to read the file, then print the line, and then parse the line so that the part that needs to be highlighted gets highlighted. Oh, okay. I'll just focus on the colored ones right now, and then turn off the color. It should be a subtraction from that. Okay, so let's do this. So group the file, group the occurrences. Let's do occur by file. Should be a path to occurrences. Oh, no, it should be, hold on. Index.db, then store symbol occurrence, right? It's called symbol occurrence. Yeah. All right, so let's make a dictionary. And then, so the tricky part, well, not really the tricky part, but the first thing we need to add, is actually the definition from the output. Dot definition dot location dot path is self.definition, right? And then, wait, this is wrong. This should be a list. And then we do the same thing except for all the other occurrences. I mean, we can also do something like self-definition plus, right? And then we can get rid of this line. And then here we'll just say occur equals occur. Wait. You do default, and then wait. What's the good way to do it? Group. Then wait, can you just do this? Hold on. Somehow this feels wrong, but maybe it'll work, right? It's very precise. For occur in, okay. Now we have them by group. I guess to begin with, we'll simply for file in occur for each of these, right? We print the file. Let's just refer to this. Oh, the file is colored, so we can do that as well. Color, what is this color? Pink? Magenta? Oh, we don't print it. Okay. We build up a string, right? So let's write it by lines. And then we just append this. And then at the end, we do lines.joined with separator. Okay. So if I do this now, let's make this a little streamlined. Make debug. Build. Yeah, okay, perfect. So now we're printing out all the lines. So for each of these, right, we can also do, hey, for the occurrence in this group, occur by file. We can also append the columns or the lines occur dot line color green, and then occur dot, I think it's like UTF-8 column. Column. Oh, I'm writing Python here. What the hell? Oh, it's comma. Wait, that makes very little sense. Should be this, right? Occur by file, following loop require. Oh. Cannot find occur. Yeah. No shit. Please. Occur location, I guess. So we can map this into location. Oh no, actually I don't want to map into location. Okay. Okay, that's something, right? This at least somewhat resembles this. So what happens when you have multiple files? Readable. output. So they also put a new line at the end. That's a pretty good idea, I feel like. So for each file, we also append a new line. That looks nice. So the next step is we actually read the file and output the line associated with it, right? That's pretty nice. That'd be nice. So we already iterate over the files. Now we need to read the file. Let's import our handy Pathos library. I hear the author of the library is quite smart and hands-on. And we use it by content is, I think you do this, right? This is why I use my own library, because I don't need to does this need to throw? Nah, let's do something wacky. Well, what should we show the user if the reading fails? Well, let's just fall back to empty string for now. No, the error will cascade. That's the problem. Well, it's not a big deal because I need to. So what I'm thinking, what's going through my head right now is like, okay, you could fall back to empty string, but later you have to say, hey, get me the line from, get me the content for this line, right? Then what you do, you need to check it again and then fall back again over there. I don't think it's a big deal because there's also the scenario for whatever reason you read the file successfully, it has an n number of lines, and then the lines you need later is actually bigger than n. So you need to check the error there anyways. So might as well, right? So it doesn't really, I guess, it's not worse by doing this. Okay. So I think if the line, we can't read the actual line, we'll just show nothing, just the prefixes. Like it will look like this if the reading fails. Now what? Now we have the lines. Well, we didn't really have the lines until now. This should be split. Right. Split, separator, line, and we're gonna assume you're not using the dash r backslash r thingy here. So we have the content. Here we need to say the line, well, content line would be what? This would be the content location.line, but we also need to make sure this is safe. Content count needs to be greater than location.line. Otherwise empty, right? This is the checking I was thinking of earlier. And here we append the content line. Oh. How about line content? I like line content a little better. Okay, let's give that a spin. Question mark. Oh, see, I keep writing Python today. Wait, this I mean, this is fine, but it's wrong, right? What are we looking for? Store location? I don't see any store location. I see store location here, but not here. What is actually on line 9? Clue engine 9. And on line 7. Yeah, but what is this line? That's line 11, right? Let's check the other one. Main.swift, line 18. Line 18 is correct, but we're actually outputting explicit store. Line 23. What? Interesting. Huh. Oh? Is it a bug from Pathos? Oh, wait. This line is 1 based, right? But we need to switch it to 0 based. But that doesn't explain much because our error is off by quite a few lines. Now this is not very helpful. Let's do enumerated for each. You get the index, you get the content, and then you print both. You print the index. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to overthink like debug files, but it doesn't have to be pretty. And then you can skip this now. And let's also make our life a little easier by doing this instead. Okay, so this is the content. What is the first one that's wrong? Clue engine. Let's check if finding is correct. No, it's not. Let's look at finding.swift. Finding should be a short file. Yeah, here's finding.swift, right? And it should be on line 3. Oh. But for some reason, oh. The result is wrong. Finding.swift, we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see. It's because of empty lines. Empty lines. So there should be another thing here that says what is the API? We need to preserve an empty line, omitting empty sequences. Omitting empty sequences. Omitting, there we go. False. All right. I think this will improve things quite a bit. Wait. I'm confused. Oh, wait. This should be offset here. Okay, there we go. Store location, blah, 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 blah. Let's compare this output to store location RG, right? Yep. Can't tell you the difference. Looks pretty good. Let me remove the debug line. Where is it? Print. Okay. So the only thing left is we color the actual content when we need to. Isn't this pretty exciting? Okay, I'm gonna grab a little more coffee. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. All right. Cool. This is so cool. All right, so the only thing we're looking for now is these actual occurrences should be highlighted in red. Okay. So how do we do that? We have the line content here, right? We have the line content. And we have the column, UTF-8 column. So we also have the definition's name, I believe. So we need to essentially break, well, and that's interesting, right? Because it could occur multiple times online, but I'm overthinking this because I believe that will get multiple results if it occurs, even if it's on the same line. So we just need to highlight each result, right? Okay, so we have the line content. I don't want to listen to the city pop. Okay, we take the line content, we break it into 3 parts. Part 1, prefix. Part 2, highlight. Part 3, postfix, right? And the way to do it is we do prefix is the can you do prefix here? Yeah, prefix, and then location.utf8 column is where you stop. Highlight is line content. Drop first. Location.column. And then drop last. Well, and then prefix, I guess. Prefix. This time is self.definition.symbol name count. Whoa. This is tricky. Tricky. So when the thing you look for is a function, the name will actually include things like, for example, if you're looking for this symbol, the name is actually index.location, open paren, and then from colon, close paren, right? So we don't want to, if we just going by the length of this, we will highlight a bunch of wrong things because it like words like options and this empty space and this empty space and this type will not occur in the name. So that's a problem. So it's trickier than, simple matches like RG, rip grab. Okay, so let's just hack this a little bit. Name without, to highlight. So this is definition, symbol, name, but we want to find first. No, we don't need to even find. We just split it by this character, right? Separator. Okay, we split by this character, and then we take the first part. Omitting. Wait, what's this? Missing argument for separator. Oh, okay. So instead of using the name directly, we need to use name to highlight, and then that's the highlighted part, and then the postfix is simply line content drop first, and then we do the location.utf8 column plus name to highlight. I know this is technically not correct. UTF column is not the same as the character count in Swift. But considering we're dealing with source code, and source code is supposed to be encoded in UTF-8, essentially it's not correct if you use like emojis in your source code, in your symbol specifically. But we will deal with it if it comes up. How about that? Okay, so now we have our 3 parts. We will print them. We have the prefix. We have the highlight, right? And then we can color it. And then we have the postfix. Okay. Oh yeah, off by 1, classic. Where is this off by 1? So each time we use UTF-8 column, we need to offset it. Anything else? Count is fine. Prefix is fine. Yeah. Okay, it's not fine. Hold on. So when we calculate the prefix, let's, for debug purposes, make it slightly easier for us to think about. Yeah, so the prefix is the prefix also off by 1? I guess so. Is UTF-8 column not? Oh, yeah. I said it myself. Each time UTF-8 column is referenced, we off by 1. We adjusted. I didn't follow through. Okay, perfect. Now we're done. Look at this. A thing of beauty. Oh man, this is, almost want to tweet it. How do you take a screenshot? I don't know. Screenshot Ubuntu. Press the key. I think I have the key. Hold on. Wait, is there a advanced version? Oh? Oh, beautiful. Shift. You press it and then hold super. Okay, so where are these screenshots? Are they in pictures? Yes, they are. All right. Next thing. Am I logged into Twitter? Sorry, I'll hide my screen for this. Yes, I am. All right, I guess I can show you guys. I'm just making a tweet, but also I want to post it following a thread. Okay, here we go. Colored output. And then we go to our pictures. Okay, done. I enjoy that a lot. Also get rid of these. All right, so now we need to do the opposite. We need to do the same thing without the color. Now, obviously, I could just copy the code, which is not as stupid of idea as it seems. Because we can skip over a bunch of computations when that happens. So how many times we use color? Color. Let's get rid of these. Color is used in 2 places, right? We don't need like this whole block of logic at all when we don't have color. Okay, so what I'm thinking right now is simply get rid of this little abstraction and use our colored thingy, right? Colored file. All right, so keep it in here. And then here we simply just if else this. If colored, do this whole rigmarole. Otherwise, do this without the color, this without the color. Right, we also need a line content here. And this whole thing is just the line content instead. Okay. So that should take care of it. This is colored. Output readable. This is, wait. Also, I just noticed something. Wait, why is it still colored? Oh, this is flipped, right? Classic. Okay, this is not colored. And colored. And the default automatic option. And then you pipe the default into a file. And you don't get the pesky color codes. Is this what RG does? No. That's interesting. RG actually changed their output format when you pipe it. But in my opinion, it's not really an improvement. Hey, Gilad. Thanks for popping in. Huh. I mean, I just got reminded, like, you may want to change the output format as well. For example, RG has this option, right? Yeah, need to make myself some to-dos here. Not here. Options. To-do, output format. Output, readable output. Variants. Dash RG dash L. So that's one. And then I believe sometimes you also want this with or like it, but with locations. Pass to file line column, something like this. Okay, but otherwise I believe I'm done with this part. So perfect. Yeah, just a little bit of code, right? Of course, we're also porting two libraries, but those libraries are also super simple. And now we have colors. Implement colored out readable output. I don't know why I'm like title casing this. Okay. Wait. Actually. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so the next few ones are simpler in the sense that we don't need to deal with colors. We're just essentially just printing things out. So the first thing that comes to mind, right, is JSON. The JSON one, we can use the JSON decoder from Foundation. I can't think of much downsides from it. So finding object, right? I'm pretty sure like index.db does not conform to codable for us for their types. I could be wrong. Take a peek. Symbol occurrences. Yeah. Codable. Yeah, not codable. Not a big deal. It makes sense because they deal with a bunch of their own. I don't know. It doesn't have to necessarily make sense. So this also confronts me with another sort of design decision, which is like, do we want to expose index.db to users? I think it's not a very harmful thing. It's just artificially different if we make a separate wrapper type for each occurrence. Yeah, and also there's the problem of input. This is just the output part. But yeah, we just need to somehow. Well, let's look at how to implement a decodable specifically. Well, that's not very helpful. Codable. Where are the? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I just haven't done this for a while. I personally have implemented coders and decoders for things like for things like TOML format. But I don't need to do this in this module. All we need to do is do it over here. Extension finding decodable. So decodable is part of the standard library, right? Okay. And what do we need to implement? Init from decoder. From decoder throws. Okay. So we get the decoder and then we do a bunch of things, right? We get the values. Try decoder dot container keyed by. Now we have to make the keys. Codable types, special nested coding keys conform to the coding key protocol. When this information is present, case serves as an authoritative list of properties that must be included when codable types are encoded or decoded. All right. Does it have to be I don't think so, right? I mean, like defined with the original definition. Coding keys, string, coding keys, coding key, okay. Finding. All right, so here are our stuff. We just take it and then make these cases and then get rid of these guys. Oops. So now I can say container keyed by coding keys. Why is it complaining about self.init? Anyways. So you just take the decode, the type, and then the key, right? And then you recursively implement for other types. Okay. Decode string for key. Wait, I want to implement encodable. Confused myself. Whoops. So this is encoder, right? Okay. Keyed by all right, so values encode. Some of these are self-explanatory. Lib index store for key, lib index store, and then store location for key store location. This will not work because store location is not encodable. We'll fix it later. Well, this is just going through each field and encoding it. Do we need anything else? I mean, is there a better way? We could generate it. But generating it is not. I mean, it is a easy way out. Let me contemplate on that. It's a little icky because we only need to encode it when we're concerned with the output. Wait. Let me think about this. So the easy way out would be, and then you have to make this guy and this guy and this guy encodable, right? This does avoid a lot of boilerplate. Store location encodable. So we let the compiler do work for us. Query. This guy must be decodable. So the downside is you pollute all these definitions with like things that you don't even use until you move on to the next another module, right? Yeah, there's no crazy bad reason this can't be decodable. We need to make this guy decodable. Man, yeah, this is the why it's bad. Because yes, we can trivially make this decodable, but we have to move that encodable, but we have to move that logic from here, this whole thing, to over there. I don't like this. I don't like this. No. Bell. Yeah, no. No thanks. We do it the hard way. You know what? Let me just write the boilerplate code first. Decodable. init public init from encodable. I keep messing this up. Public init from encoder. Okay, so we threw a fatal error here. All right, so we can compile, right? Wait. That's fine. All I want is to extend it. Why is it complaining? I just want to do this. Oh, I want to implement encode too instead of init. That's reasonable. Okay, so now that this is encodable, right? All we need to do here is import the JSON encoder. JSON encoder encode self. That gives us the data, right? Encode self. And then we use JSON serialization dot wait. I can't believe I'm freezing on this. What do you do to make it a string again? Do you encode, just encode, and then you take the string. So something like map or hold on. Map, right? And then, or even flat map. Flat map. Wait, no. Wait, I want to do the, hold on. I want to call map on optional though. Yeah. Okay. And then you just do string data $0, right? Encoding. And then you fall back to something like this. And then I can just return this whole thing. And here we still need to do the whole Shigamaroo, of course. What do you call it? Encoding keys? Coding keys. Or does it not matter? Encoder, container, keyed by keys. Encode. What if I just try something? Test for key lib index store. All right. So given this contrived implementation, let's run a test. Let's run a test. Now I'm gonna require the output to be JSON. Of course, first deal with the compilation errors. Yeah, this is why I wanted flat map. And here we have try. Yeah. That looks okay. So now we need to pretty print it, right? I mean, this is, or it doesn't matter. Do I want to make it readable? Not really. Because it's not supposed to be readable. But if we can, why not? So let's read the JSON serialize. I remember some years ago, like all I do is encoding and decoding JSON for iOS apps. That's a significant session of my life. Now I'm forgetting everything. Which one was I calling? You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't care. Okay. All right, so I just now need to encode this in honest, and I'm done. I mean, yeah, I don't know why I even write the test. I can do this for real, right? La, 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 la. Hey, beautiful. Okay. Now we need to decode the store location. Let's do that. Extension store location. Encodable. Enum coding keys. Okay. Store location looks like this. So we need a type. And then we need a value. Okay. And then public. Encode. Okay, now we need to switch on self. Actually, this is not what I want, right? The actual store location should be a string. I don't want to encode this. This is just the input, but the output should be a definitive value instead of so that means I need to fix the actual storage of it. Let's include engine. Store location. Right. So where is the actual location? Store location. Yeah. Store path. It's a string. Okay. So this is what I really want. And this should be trivial to encode. Hey, that's good. That's useful. Wait, why why is this here? Let's do absolute dot. What is the normal, right? Beautiful. I love my library. It's so convenient. Okay. So that's one, and then we need to do the query. Query.swift. Query has USR and rule. Engine. Okay, now we need to be able to decode the USR, which is query plus USR. USR is another enum. Yeah, actually, I'd like to switch this up a bit as well, because I suppose the query should stay in its original form. Yeah. It's almost easier to make a temporary object and then convert your type to the temporary object compared to implementing the encodable for the object. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, so query has two of their own objects, right? So extension codable coding So we have USR and query rule. So we have a type, value, and then a bunch of other stuff. Symbol, module, kind is system, strict, symbol, lookup. Okay, and then in code 2, all right. Switch on self. If it's a explicit thingy, then we just encode type to be explicit for key type. Value will be we have symbol, module, kind is system, strict, lookup. Right? We have these values, code, symbol, strict symbol lookup. Oh, this is going to be tricky. So we need to translate the kind into a string, which we already have something for. We have this, except this is the reverse. Let's make it custom string convertible. All right, and then we can do something about this, I suppose. So we go to the end. Then we grab this word. We open a new line. We say case dot this word, return this word. We delete the next line, right? And then we just keep going until we finish a bunch of them. 8. 7 more like. Okay, and then we also have the first case. I guess by default we can just return unknown. Okay, so now this is custom string convertible. Then this can be a piece of cake. Code kind for key. Okay. Wow, that's intense. All right. So query.rule is is it always explicit? It's always specific, right? Okay. So that makes it a little easier. So what I want here is something like positive excluded. So include and exclude. Aha. So here we need to do another thing where we translate each rule to a string. Very similar. So extension rule custom string convertible description. Oh, it's already stated. Perfect. Then I don't need to do anything. So all I need to do here is get the value thingy and then encode it self.positive I like include and exclude more now instead of negative and positive. Map. Oh wait, the rule is a. Oh yeah, it's fine. Positive needs to be. I need to make this public. Okay. We just create a bunch of strings from these. For key include negative exclude. Is that not how it works? It should work. Wait. Huh. Return an array containing the result of mapping the given closure, blah, 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 right? Isn't symbol rule a... Oh no, it's a raw value. Swift option set iterate. I understand it's internally just a bit field, but yeah, unless you actually go through the bits. Yeah, you need to iterate over each bit and then convert back from the bit to the actual value, which kind of meh. I could do a crazy thing and check for each one. So extension, symbol, raw, enumerated. Wait, how is it? It's hashable, custom string convertible. Oh, they implement for us. All right, I'm overthinking again. I was like, do I need to implement that? But turns out they do for us. So that's very nice. I almost want to also rename that positive problems. Positive. Yeah, let's change it. Instead of doing positive, I'm gonna do inclusive. Similarly, let's do negative. Exclusive. Okay. All right, so now we can decode a few more things, right? We have the query now. I hope. Let's make this a little nicer. If inclusive all, else All right. So the next step is we need to make a store occurrence, symbol occurrence encodable. Wait, did I update this? I forgot to write the test. Encodable. All right, so what about this symbol occurrence are we interested in, right? Symbol occurrence, we have a symbol, we have a location, we have rules, we have relations. We don't really care about the relations. We care about the symbol, the location, and rules. So which means we also need to make symbol encodable. And symbol location as well. We have, again, symbol, location, rules. Okay. Okay. Again, what is rules? Rules is a symbol rule. Okay. Self dot, then self dot rules dot description. Okay. Definition for key definition, occurrences, key occurrences. All right, so this is not the complete solution, but it's close. We need to implement location and symbol. So for symbol, we have name, USR, name, kind, and property. What's property? Symbol property is something. What is it? Okay. It's custom string convertible, so that's good. So we just include it. All right. So USR name kind properties. All right. So competitive. Properties. Huh? Properties. Does it not have it? Oh, I guess not. Is this new? Okay, location. Symbol location. Where is it? It's here. We have a path. We have a module name. We have its system, line, column. Let's get it all. Yeah, let's get it all. In fact, let's copy this. All right, let's clean this up. Okay. Starting to think that the finding thingy, right? This almost can be replaced with symbol location instead. Because it's super... let me think. No. Because the rules are still useful. So this is for each finding, you got your symbol, you get your rules, and you get your locations. Even though symbol is kind of redundant. But yeah, I think we're done. This is the output for JSON location. Everything's encoded, I believe. Occurrences. Is this how you use it? Definition? Yeah. And then occurrences. Is this how you spell this word? Me no English. Yeah. 2C, 2R. Yeah. Okay. We're good. All it took is hundreds of lines of repetitive code. Sweet. All right, so CSV is it's gonna be simpler. We're at the last stretch. All right, CSV is pretty straightforward. All we care about is the occurrences. We just literally take each of these values and flattening a table, right? So we have rules, we have path, system, UTF-8, column, and all this stuff. So we do this, not this. And then for, well, actually, we can just map this guy. Self.occurrences map occur. Let's break this open. And then all we need to say is, do we want to also include the USR kind and name? Yeah, sure. So it's gonna be quite big. So let's convert this whole thing into an array. Symbol occurrence. Actually, this can just be a string. Yeah. But this will be self.symbol. Okay, that's that. Do we need to print a header? I guess we'll print a header. Yeah, print the header. So the header is name USR kind rules path line column module name is system, and then we add this array with this array. Oh, let's do this. Header is this. We that the content be this, and then we return header content. Hello, have you ever worked with C#? No, unfortunately I haven't. But it seems like a neat language though, with a lot of cool stuff. But I like to think like over time, if you worked with enough technologies, they all are pretty similar. String to expected type string. That's nonsense. Oh, wait, what? Right. Here I just need to return this. Right. We need to map them and then join all of these guys with a comma and then join the lines. All right. Name, USR, kind, rules, path, line, column, module name, is system. Done. CSV. Update branch. Let's see. That's it. We just updated one single file, and then we can make a commit on top of it. Implement v format. How long have you been working on this? How long? I started this a few days ago. Let's take a look. So right now is 1,200 lines of code. Looks like this. Yeah, a lot of it is test. So if I exclude tests, I don't know why you would, but just for the sake of it, yeah, it's 700 lines of code. It's not a big deal. I mean, the purpose of this project is here I'm building it and then I run it against my own code base. It goes into a Swift code base and then it looks for symbols, right? So in this case, I'm looking for the symbol store location, and here are the results. Well, actually the result looks better than this, but I need to rebase because I just implemented the better looking result today. Wait a minute, where are my beautiful results? Wait. Did I not make a pull request? Oh, there's a, I probably just need to fetch the origin, right? Okay. Much better. All right, this is the result. Yeah, you can contrast this, right? This is before today, it looks something like this, even uglier because there's no color. Now it looks like this, right? So we look for the reference to this symbol, and then here comes all the reference to the symbol. Now this is different from just a string search, because string search is literally matching the string, but this is leveraging the technology from Apple and actually find the legitimate source references. So let's say I have a string here for some reason. I don't know. In this code base, I can say print store location, right? No. Now if I run this again, this tool will find it and my tool will not, right? Because it's not a source code reference. Okay. So, okay, that's merged. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I want to do more today. I've kind of accomplished the goals I set out to do. Wait, where's my pull request? Oh, because I used the reuse the branch name. There we go. Yeah, so now we can output all the formats we care for. For the human readable ones, we can turn color on and off. And sometimes that happens automatically. Yeah, so I think the next step is actually provide proper error messages. Yeah. Because right now, if I do something wrong, for example, I can do this. We just print out the exception, even though this is deliberately printed out as opposed to the default, like just the app throwing up. So that's deliberate, and then we just add custom string convertible for these error types, and then that's what we need to do next. But for today, yeah, that's it for today then. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Yeah, maybe same time tomorrow. All right.